Feeling a little paranoid on our last day?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most detail-oriented and/or historically sound espionage films.
Everyone thinks Enigma is unbreakable.
Good. Let me try, and we'll know for sure, won't we?
Number 10, Operation Mincemeat.
A battleground in shades of grey, played out in deception, seduction, and bad faith.
Despite the odd title, this film shares the name of the real-life World War II plot, Operation Mincemeat. The movie mostly sticks to the facts while recounting the dramatic act of wartime espionage. British officials place false documents on the corpse of Glyndŵr Michael, hoping to mislead the Germans into believing that the pending invasion of Sicily was happening elsewhere.
You don't know he's already dead.
In a way, yes, but in another, he's very much alive, our clever, dashing man.
The risky plan works in the movie, and, surprisingly enough, it also did in real life. With an all-star cast, Operation Mincemeat finds a way to track the larger-than-life plot from its inception to its tricky execution. It even includes the contributions of James Bond author Ian Fleming. While it might seem outlandish, this little-known plan receives the proper treatment it deserves.
Mincemeat swallowed. Rod, line, and sinker.
Number 9, The Courier.
If you want to do business in Moscow, I need to know.
Yes.
Can you hold your alcohol?
What happens when a British salesman starts spying for MI6? The Courier explores the journey of Greville Wynn, who is recruited as an intermediary to real-life Russian spy Oleg Penkovsky. The two men collaborated in delivering top-secret messages from Moscow to British intelligence. While the movie takes some creative liberties, such as the inclusion of an American agent played by Rachel Brosnahan, it remains largely faithful to Wynn's activities.
What if I get caught?
You won't.
You don't know that. They'd execute me, correct?
The Courier depicts the operation's effect on his personal life and health, which declines as he is caught by the KGB and sent to prison. It also includes the information he provided about the Cuban Missile Crisis. Powered by Benedict Cumberbatch's electrifying performance, this piece comes alive on the basis of actual history.
I thought I could make the world a safer place. But I failed.
Number 8, Operation Finale.
You have no interest in what I have to say, unless it confirms what you think you already know.
At the end of World War II, several Nazis managed to evade justice by fleeing Europe. One of them was the high-ranking SS officer Adolf Eichmann. Operation Finale delves into the commando operation to find Eichmann in Argentina and take him back to Israel. The mission actually involves seeking out the war criminal, capturing him, and ensuring he faced trial for his crimes.
For the first time in our history, we will judge our executioner. We will also warn off any who may wish to follow his example.
Oscar Isaac plays the real-life Mossad agent Peter Malkin, one of the men who helped bring Eichmann to justice. Like a true espionage film, Operation Finale injects Eichmann's capture with the right dose of excitement and tension. Still, to its credit, it authentically portrays the efforts of Israeli intelligence in getting their target to Jerusalem.
You got him. Remember that.
Wasn't just me, Rev.
Nah. Doesn't matter anyway. No one's gonna know it was us.
Number 7, A Most Wanted Man.
It's just an ordinary pen. Looks like a pen, writes like a pen, and listens like a pen.
In this John Le Carré adaptation, Gunther Bachmann is a German intelligence man specializing in finding information about Islamic terrorists. His work throughout the film, involving a Chechen man who becomes a person of interest, sets off a complicated narrative about alliances and shady deals.
We become their friends, their brothers, their fathers, their lovers, if we have to.
The sharp plot resembles much of the author's best work, holding true to more believable spycraft and inspired by real acts of rendition. The film was praised for its ability to delve into the gray morality of modern espionage, even including a climactic twist to hammer home the bitter reality of intelligence work. Bachmann tries to do the right thing, but in the end he's betrayed by the people he once considered allies.
After 24 hours of Russian questioning, any one of us would admit to anything.
Number 6, The Good Shepherd.
I mean, I hope you're lucky enough to meet someone you trust. I've got to say, I haven't.
From a Yale student to a spy, Matt Damon's Edward Wilson witnesses the creation of the Central Intelligence Agency. The Good Shepherd showcases the uncertainty of the Cold War, taking viewers from Germany to the Congo on a complex journey about the evolution of American intelligence services.
This building doesn't get built without you. You're CIA's heart and soul. Who knows? You might have a secret about me in that safe of yours.
Some critics have faulted the film's fictional characters and historical details, but there's still a worthy spy story underneath the accurately created setting. The production design masterfully immerses us in tense scenes rooted in real people and events from the period. While some of its assertions about events like the Bay of Pigs invasion are debatable, The Good Shepherd creates a jumping-off point for important conversations about the CIA.
I have to tell you, I have some real problems with this whole thing, despite how much we need it. I'm concerned that too much power will end up in the hands of too few.
Number 5, Spy Game.
Happy? 74 casualties, an entire apartment block leveled, 1 dead terrorist. Yeah, happy.
CIA asset Tom Bishop is in a Chinese prison awaiting execution, but his old mentor Nathan Muir might be able to save him. This sets up the story at the heart of Spy Game, which follows a decades-long relationship between the pair and details Bishop's training during the 1970s.
You know Langley has 7 different birth dates for you?
They're all wrong.
I know. Believe me, it wasn't easy. KGB, Mossad, also wrong. Fortunately, I was well trained.
The film also weaves in flashbacks that reflect on the CIA's activities in countries such as Vietnam and Lebanon. Director Tony Scott does a great job immersing the audience in the setting, with period details that feel lived in. One former intelligence officer lauded the film for its performances and its portrayal of trust in the espionage world. Despite being Hollywood entertainment, this one retains enough accuracy to be considered a proper spy adventure.
Don't ever risk your life or your career for an asset. Comes down to you or them, send flowers.
Number 4, Bridge of Spies.
But I'm talking to you about something else. The security of your country.
Steven Spielberg's period piece features a recreation of a lesser-known piece of Cold War history. Caught for spying in America, Rudolph Abel is assigned James B. Donovan as his lawyer for the trial. The lengthy and controversial legal process serves as the bulk of the movie, delving into the evidence against Abel, including his methods of receiving messages.
You've never asked me if the charges were true. If I am indeed a spy.
For the most part, the film gets this right. It also depicts the Soviet spy's eventual swap for American pilot Gary Powers in the 1960s, which stays largely faithful to the real-life event. Bridge of Spies exaggerates certain elements of the timeline, but succeeds in capturing the general mood and political importance of post-war espionage.
I have a mandate to serve you. Nobody else does. Quite frankly, everybody else has an interest in sending you to the electric chair.
Number 3, The Imitation Game.
But you know, Alan, sometimes it's the very people who no one imagines anything of, who do the things no one can imagine.
Set during World War II, The Imitation Game spotlights the importance of the British codebreakers at Bletchley Park. The film focuses in particular on the contributions of mathematician Alan Turing. This includes his work in helping to break the Germans' Enigma machine, which sent secret messages during the war.
But you also haven't got anywhere with it. If you had, you wouldn't be hiring cryptographers out of university. You need me a lot more than I need you. I like solving problems, Commander. And Enigma is the most difficult problem in the world.
The film captures the era especially well and does justice in praising the central hero's wartime efforts. Given that this is not a documentary, the movie makes some creative jumps in terms of the overall code-breaking process and sidelines some of the other important players. It does, however, make an important statement about the protagonist's eventual demise and demonization by UK courts.
Machine, am I a person? Am I a war hero? Am I a criminal?
Number 2, The Lives of Others.
Wenn Sie wissen wollen, ob jemand schuldig ist oder unschuldig, gibt es kein besseres Mittel, als ihn zu befragen, bis er nicht mehr kann.
In 1980s East Germany, Gerd Wiesler is tasked with conducting a surveillance campaign on a playwright named George Draiman. What follows is a frank examination of the paranoia of the Cold War. People have championed this film for its characters, the tense plot, and the general exploration of the Stasi government in the East.
Weißt du überhaupt, was das ist? Die Stasi?
Ja, das sind schlimme Männer, die andere einsperren, sagt mein Papa.
Tapping into the day-to-day worry of the nation during the decade, The Lies of Others finds a way to take fictional circumstances and find the emotional truth behind them. There's even a real analog to Weasler that inspired the main character's journey. This project captured the GDR surveillance of citizens and the resulting fear that perpetrated that society. And it took home the Oscar for Best Foreign Language Film.
Die meisten von diesem Typ 4, die wir so bearbeitet haben, die schreiben nachher überhaupt nicht mehr. Oder malen nicht mehr oder was auch immer so Künstler tun. Und das ohne, dass wir irgendeinen Druck ausüben. Einfach so.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
You survived this long, I suppose, because of your ability to change sides. Serve any master.
One of John le Carré's most famous works, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy is also considered a renowned piece of spy fiction. This acclaimed adaptation does justice to the material and the real-life world of espionage, partly inspired by the original author's interpretation of scandals such as the Cambridge Five. Rather than turning the story into a series of shootouts and chases, the 2011 version puts most of the characters in rooms having tense conversations.
Don't you think it's time to recognize there is as little worth on your side as there is on mine?
This lack of outrageous events has even drawn the admiration of real people from the spy community. Taking a no-frills look at counterintelligence and finding moles, this movie delves into emotionally resonant sequences, providing a raw account of the world of espionage.
They're gonna kill me.
Who is?
Your lot. Or their lot, whoever gets me first.
Did we forget another believable spy movie? Let us know in the comments below.
Most of the time, all you need is a stick of gum, a pocket knife, and a smile.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.